Okay, diggers. I'm trying a little home remedy clean for my clad from the year 2012. I didn't get that much. I only went out on about 10 or 12 digs, and actually during that time I was learning the machine and everything, and since then I've turned in my Ace 350. I've sold it and put that money towards an AT Pro. So I'm anxious to get out there this year. Right now the ground's frozen. We're in mid-February. Not much going on. So I thought I would do a little video about cleaning my coins. And what I did was I took that amount of vinegar in with my coins and added some regular table salt. This is kind of something I saw on YouTube. And basically just kind of sloshing it around like this, and I can already see that some of the coins are in a lot better shape. But anyway, I'm going to let this set for about 15 minutes and then take it out and count it up, because I've never actually counted it up to see how much I actually got last year in clad. I didn't get any silver last year, but I did get 3 or 4 Wheaties and 1 Indian head, which aren't going to be in this group right here. But when I get done, I'll show you the results of how it came out. Something to do during the winter. Thanks for watching. Okay, diggers, I'm back after letting this soak only maybe 10 minutes, 10-12 minutes. And it's a learning curve. As you know, the pennies seem to clean up pretty well, as you can see. But what it did, if you look in the jar, I don't know if you can see that or not, but the nickels, dimes, and quarters took on some of the copper of the pennies. So this is a learning curve. You don't mix the pennies with the dime, nickel, quarter clad. And you definitely don't want to do this with any old rare coins of any kind, especially your wheat pennies or Indian head pennies. You don't want to do this. But this is white vinegar with maybe a teaspoon of salt mixture that cleans up this clad. And that was my timer, so you can see I actually took it out early because I could see that the copper was getting on this this other nickel, dime, quarter. You can see it there. So I'm actually going to try it again and see if another solution, another soak, might get some of this off. But I'll end up probably having to take this to, you know, like one of the coin machines that you dump your change into, and you know, it'll recognize it. You know, it's basically just doing this so I could count it up, and I can see it good enough now. But I want to try this just for another experiment, see what happens. But pennies came out okay. For the most part, most of them came out. You can see where they were stacked a little bit, so there's still a little bit of discoloration. But for the most part, a lot of them came out like this one right here. You know, these were all underground for who knows how long. But they're pretty good now. So I'll get back to you when I get done with these silver plate type coins, and we'll see how this does. Okay, here's the final result of the clad coins that I got for the year 2012, and it ended up being about $2.26, I think it is. And the learning curve is that you don't mix your regular nickels, dimes, and quarters in with your pennies when you clean them. Now the vinegar and salt solution does seem to help a little bit with the dimes, nickels, and quarters. Not that great. Might need to actually do some scrubbing with those, maybe with a toothbrush or whatever, as you can see. But the copper from the pennies came off, especially on this bottom quarter here, as you can see. My mistake for mixing them in together. Let me turn this one over. don't know how well you can see that, but you can see how the copper came off on that quarter. That's a 1996 or 95, I think. Copper coated now, but it was just something neat to do with the few hunts I did, and learning to actually metal detect, discrimination, good targets, bad targets, all of that. I know for a lot of your expert metal detectors, this is maybe one day's hunt, maybe a quarter of a day hunt, depending on where you're at. And some places are really loaded with coins, but I think with the AT Pro, I'm going to be having days like this all the time. Maybe this many clad coins and hopefully some silver mixed in there. I actually went out in the backyard the other day and did a hunt. There's no way you could dig, the ground's frozen, but I found several really good signals in the high 80s and even some in the 90s, which indicates quarter, maybe even a dollar coin, or something, maybe silver, I don't know. Could be a big piece of copper. It's hard to know without being able to dig it, but with that iron discrimination, iron audio, which is the difference between the AT Pro and the Ace 350, I wasn't getting too much iron interference when I turned on the iron audio. So anyway, I'm excited to get back out there and start digging. This was just something I thought I would do. Of course, I got a lot of other things along with these coins, one of them being, it seems like everybody gets one of these, and I had it in one of my earlier videos. You get your Matchbox car, and I got a fire engine. So I was fortunate. All the wheels are still on it. The ladders are still on it. This one's cracked a little bit, but it's still on there. And it's kind of neat. It seems like if you watch certain metal detectorists on YouTube long enough, you'll see them dig up some sort of a Matchbox car. And here's mine. Thanks for watching. Hope this entertained you in this span of winter where we can't get out there and dig, at least here in Michigan.